Hello, everyone. Welcome. You're watching Voices. I'm your host, Eric D. Clark, and Voices is a program of the Communication Department of the Atlantic Caribbean Union. We're glad that you've joined us. The Atlantic Caribbean Union comprises the territory of the Cayman Islands, the Turks and Caicos, beautiful by nature, and of course the North and South Bahamas, where we say paradise is here and God lives. But we welcome you, and our emphasis takes on a health nature this week. And we're delighted to welcome the health director for the South Bahamas Conference. She's none other than Sister Nathelyn LaCroix, and we're delighted to have you.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. You seem so shy.
Not in the least.
Not in the least. But God is good, isn't that so?
Yes.
Sister Nat, we begin today, and I'm excited about what you're going to be sharing with us
Yes.
as you give an overview. But first of all, tell us a little bit about Sister Nathelyn for those who may not know and those who will watch this program all around the world.
Okay, Sister Nat is currently serving as the health director, as you mentioned earlier, of the South Bahamas Conference. I have always had an interest in prevention and wellness. Currently, I have a practice, or we have a practice, my husband and myself, by the name of Holistic Lifestyle.
Okay.
And that's where I'm fully employed, and I also work part-time at the College of the Bahamas. I'm happily married with two wonderful teenage children, and I just love serving the Lord.
Okay. Good. Can you just mention some names for me, please?
Shantae is our first. She's 20, Nathan is 17, and Osmond is my lifetime mate. Yes, of 22 years.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
As you look at the health ministries that is in your lap for this year, can I ask you to look back first of all and tell us what are some of the things you've been able to accomplish? And when I say you, I'm sure no man is an island.
Exactly. I have a cadre of wonderful health directors here in the South Bahamas Conference who has been doing an awesome job in terms of getting the message out on our mission.
Okay.
And the mission of the Health Ministries Department is the same as the mission of the church.
That's right.
To go out and preach and teach and baptize. Of course, we use the right arm of the message, which is health, as a way of getting our way in. We've been busy over the last year and a half, very, very busy.
Okay.
Lots of wonderful things that's been going on in the Health Ministries Department. We're excited. You know, a lot is happening now in our community in terms of illness. The non-communicable diseases they're like hitting the roof. So we are trying to put a dent in that in terms of teaching persons about the importance of prevention. You always heard the saying, prevention is better than cure.
Okay.
And it is. It's less stress, it's less expensive. And of course, we started the year off with a bang with our 8 Weeks to Wellness program, which was started in February. It ran for 10 weeks actually, and we got wonderful, wonderful results from that. We had about 175 persons who came from the community and also the church. And I was really, really happy this year because the amount of Seventh-day Adventists who enrolled in the program, there was definitely an increase.
Okay.
And we saw really, really good results with that. We had a lot of ongoing training for our health directors because, of course, you know, some of them are first time in the ministry.
Yes.
And so we have had 2 training sessions so far for our health ministries directors because we want to be on sync.
Yes.
Okay, if we are offering a cooking class, we want persons to use foods that are wholesome and healthy.
Right.
We've been doing our monthly walk. Every month, rain or shine, we are at Goodman's Bay for an hour and a half to 2 hours power walk.
Okay. Is there a set time for that or set day?
That is normally the second Sunday of every month.
Okay.
The second Sunday of every month at 6 a.m.
Okay, and you
We
start
start promptly at 6 a.m. Sometimes people get you 3 minutes after and they say, oh, Sister Nat, you couldn't wait for us. No, we believe in time.
Okay.
Discipline is important.
So you start from where and end where?
We start from Goodman's Bay and we walk to Sandy Port and back.
Okay.
Yes, that's a little over 6 miles.
Okay.
That's been going pretty well. During the month of July 24th to be exact, we had our first annual youth vegan cook-off.
Okay.
That was really, really exciting. We had 4 churches who actually applied and participated. The Great Grandstand, I must really, really commend that church. They actually entered 3 teams, and each team consisted of 4 persons.
Wow.
Some of the children who entered under Grandstand actually came from the community. And the youth vegan cook-off was to heighten awareness of the importance of eating plant-based.
Okay.
Original diet, to get the children excited about preparing the food and also tasting it and eating it and sharing it with their family members. So we're trying to use whatever avenue to point people back to basics, back to the original way that God ordained it. We had first, second, and third place. The first place position went to Hillview.
Okay.
Second place went to the New Anglican Church, and Maranatha walked away with third.
Okay.
All of the children got great gifts as incentives. They're excited and they're looking forward to next year.
Wow.
We actually had an older person who was there from the Grandstand Church, and he's wondering when are we going to have the vegan cook-off for older persons.
Wow.
So that is something for us also to consider.
Okay. This sounds so exciting. And I heard you say the word plant-based.
Yes.
What does that mean? Does that mean we're moving away from some other terminologies?
Yes. Plant-based means eating foods that are from the plant, nothing from animals, nothing with blood, nothing with eyes, whether out of the sea or on the land. Sometimes you're counseling with a person in terms of diet and nutrition, and I would say to them, lighten up of your meat intake. And they said, oh yeah, I don't eat red meat anymore. But meat actually refers to the protein, whether it's from on the land or on the sea. And so we are trying to promote eating from the ground. Genesis 1:29.
Okay.
Science is now catching up with God.
Most times folk would rather their doctor take them off certain things.
Definitely. I've definitely seen that. But there are a lot of persons who are, taking the initiative, taking control of their health, and they're seeing the value. Sometimes you would say to them, whether it's through our individual practices or through community outreach, because a lot of the churches have been having things at the local church level, okay? And that is one of our focus of the Health Ministries Department, each church being a center of health.
Good.
Okay, so screenings have been going on, vegan cooking classes, vegetarian, I like to use the term vegetarian, and lots of other stuff, natural remedies, how to use charcoal, cabbage poultice, things like that.
Beautiful.
And so persons are really gravitating toward that.
Okay. I want to go to the future, so to speak, as far as the remainder of this year. What's the major activity that you have coming up this year?
Well, a major activity that we have coming up is a health campaign. It's called Winning Your Health Campaign.
Okay.
And that is scheduled to start on August 20th, which is a Saturday evening, and it would end on September 3rd. So they'll actually run for 2 weeks. We have been lobbying for having something like this for a while, and so we got to go ahead. And so this is actually our first health-focused campaign.
Excellent.
We want to call it a campaign and not a crusade.
Okay.
The speakers that are designated for this campaign are Pastor Dudley Hossein, who is a health and family educator. And he will be coming to us from the Great Jamaica.
I know him. All right.
He's also a lecturer at our university there in Mandeville. And we would also have Dr. Alpheus Alec, who's a medical physician working out of emergency.
Okay,
Emergency
he's local
room.
right
Local,
now.
he's
That's
local.
right.
So these two gentlemen will team up to present health in a new and exciting way.
When you call it a campaign, how do you see it working out? What's going to happen?
Well, actually, what is going to... Pardon me?
Can you tease us?
Okay, the layout for our campaign, we're going to start at 6:30.
Okay.
Okay, because it's like a seminar slash program. Okay, so we'll be starting at 6:30, and we'll be giving persons hands-on. So some persons who come, and we hope everybody gets there at 6:30. We'll be having vegetarian cooking. We'll have samples for persons to partake of. We'll be showing persons the benefit of exercise. And so we'll also have some movement going. We'll be having lectures in the use of natural remedies. The charcoal, the cabbage, the cayenne pepper, the list goes on and on. They're all for our healing. And so we'll show persons how to use them in an effective way. That will run from 6:30 to 7. And then at 7, we'll get into the main program. And so we'll have a show at Sing a Song and Praise, Welcome, another health lecture by our medical doctor, Dr. Alec.
Right.
And then, of course, Pastor Hossein will come again with more reiteration from a health and a biblical perspective.
Beautiful. And everybody's invited to it.
Everybody's invited. We're inviting the entire family to be a part. And just let me say to our brothers and sisters of the church, we'd like for you to come too, because this is something that you can benefit from. We actually have lessons, you know how we normally have the Bible lessons.
Right.
We have a health-related lesson study, which is based on the 8 natural laws of health. Nutrition, exercise, water, etc. And we have actually distributed about 700 of those so far. But we'll also like the church members to participate in that, because most of them have not been exposed to wellness and prevention.
And I guess that's important, because most times when we look at this whole program of health, for those who come through the system, let's call it a system, we think that because we were born in it and all of that, that we automatically have it. But sometimes you discover that we're not practicing it, eh?
Definitely. Most Seventh-day Adventists are not practicing the health message. There's resistance from the top to the bottom.
You said most?
Most. You know, in my private practice, persons from the community would come in, and they're coming in the droves. The church people are not coming, but I guess they would come. And what I find in conversation with persons from the community, they always comment on how healthy Seventh-day Adventists look. Boy, how come y'all can go without eating fish and chicken and thing, you know? And I have to confess to them that most of the membership are not vegetarians.
That's right.
But that is the perception. And so we would like everyone to consider it seriously, because it does help. It's an integral part. And the health message is not about diet. It's not.
No.
It's about the whole man,
That's
holistic,
right.
yes. That's a part of it.
Sister Nat, I want you to just hold it just there. We're going to come back with some interesting things. We'll come back in just a moment, okay?
Thank you.
You've been watching Voices.
One in 3 women around the world are victims of physical or psychological repression. End it now. More than 135 million girls and women have undergone female genital mutilation, and an additional 2 million girls and women are at risk each year, 6,000 every day. End it now. In the United States, 1 woman is battered every 15 seconds, usually by her husband or boyfriend. End it now. 1 in 5 women around the world will be the victim of rape or attempted rape in her lifetime. End it now. Why now? Because we can't wait.
Welcome back. I'm Eric D. Clark. You're watching Voices, and Voices is a program of the Communications Department. It includes the Cayman Islands, the Turks and Caicos, and of course, North and South Bahamas, and we're ever so grateful. In studio, Sister Nathelyn LaCroix, and we're delighted. Sister Nat, before we went to the break, we were talking about some things, but let's begin this way. Let's talk a little bit about maybe the structure. How is it? How do you relate to health ministries?
Okay, I'm currently the director of the South Bahamas Conference. My immediate supervisor is Miss Annie K. Price, who's a registered nurse in Cayman. She is currently serving as the health director of ACU. She has a wealth of knowledge and experience, and she shares that with her directors. Earlier this year, there was a meeting held here, I don't remember the name, at the union where all the directors came in.
That's right, it was an advisory.
Advisory, yes. And she shared a lot of information with us, not only orally, but she had it in copy. She gave us jump drives. And so her interest or her focus is to empower me as a director, and I in turn empower my local church leaders.
Beautiful.
So we have been sharing that information with them.
Sometimes you get to travel to the Family Islands with your health message.
Oh yes, definitely. You know, the Family Islands also have churches under the umbrella of South Bahamas, and so we have been to several islands so far. Long Island, Eleuthera, and some other islands, and we plan to visit the Great Exuma sometime in September.
That would be excellent.
We plan to be a part of a local health expo that the community is actually hosting. And so we plan to, you know, be a part of that so that the church and the community would basically benefit from it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
5-day plan to stop smoking. Some time ago, we used to have something like that, and I think Dr. Carey and others were instrumental.
Yes.
Is there any plans in the near future?
Definitely. There are plans to do some training because there's a new program, the cessation program. Persons have been calling in and asking for help because they want to break away from that bad habit. More people are smoking. I don't know if you have, seen that. Sometimes I go out first thing in the morning at 5:30 and people are on the beach smoking, you know. So definitely there is plan for that. We plan to do some training in the, last quarter of the year. So hopefully we would have that program ready to launch early next year, God's willing.
The health ministry is the department that you're in charge of for the South Bahamas Conference. Is a church initiative.
Yes, it is.
How do you relate to the government and their initiatives? Ministry of Health?
Yes, we have been an integral part of the Ministry of Health program in terms of heightening awareness of prevention. Last year we actually did a courtesy call with the Minister of Health, and we presented to them the I Want to Live Healthy tool, and they were happy to receive that. Since then, we have been in several of the government schools with that program. We have also launched it in our school, Bahamas Academy. And we plan to use that tool as an ongoing initiative to heighten the awareness of prevention.
Okay. And it's entitled, I Want to Live Healthy.
I Want to Live Healthy. The onus is on you. Okay. And it's basically based on those 8 natural laws of health: water, nutrition, exercise, and so on.
Let me just ask you to just give me one of them, water. How beneficial is water?
Water is life. Without it, we will die. The body is basically 70% water. And everything that we do, we lose hydration. And we want to be constantly rehydrating. The recommendation is to have about 8 glasses of water per day. If you're a little heavier, you want to drink a little more, maybe 10 to 12. It's important. Every cell in your body depends on hydration. Some persons who might be experiencing headaches or joint pains or any pain, reach for a glass of water. I assure you will feel a little different. Your skin will be clearer, your bowel movements better, everything about you.
Good. And you indicated that the majority of our churches are going to get on this program too of Winning Your Health?
Winning Your Health. Winning Your Health campaign.
Okay.
Again, the onus is on each person to put themselves in the best position of health possible. Why wait until you're sick?
That's right.
You have all the tools that you need to prevent illness. You know, another biggie from the 8 natural laws is sleep.
Wow.
As a people, we are not getting enough rest, and that's when the body rejuvenates. When you're sleepy, don't resist. Don't drink caffeinated drinks or whatever to stay awake. You know, whenever your body feels sleepy, it needs to repair. It's calling for repair. So just take a nap, even if it's in the middle of the day. You know, take a nap.
Are you able to share some of this information nationally? Is there a body, a group, a board, or anything like that that you guys can work with?
Yes, there is. There is. Right now, I am a part of the Healthy Bahamas Coalition of the Ministry of Health. It's a body that was organized early this year with different stakeholders from schools, churches, health facilities, the Ministry of Health. And our focus is to, again, prevent illness.
Okay.
And so, yes, all those natural laws, the 8 natural doctors. The 8 natural laws, that is acronym New Start, is not unique to the church. It used to be.
Okay.
But other persons have taken it and they're running with it and they're doing an excellent job.
Wow.
We just want the job done.
That's
it doesn't matter who's doing the job, you know.
That's right.
And so prevention is the focus of this coalition.
Is there a Caribbean umbrella to all of this?
The Ministry of Health is also a part of something called Caribbean Wellness Week. I participated in it last year. Representing the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and it was a great experience. Shandira,
Yes.
Shandira, and myself actually chaired one of the committees at the Ministry of Health to plan programs for the Caribbean Wellness Week. And so, Pastor Clark, I would say that they're looking to us, to the Seventh-day Adventists, for a little more guidance.
Okay.
And so we got to get it right.
Yeah. I recognize that there was a time when, as a church, folk looked at us, and I think you alluded to it earlier, as being the health-conscious people, as being the people of the Bible. We had certain things that we were out in the forefront on and in. And it seems like we're losing that edge to a little extent, especially in health, you know?
It seems that way, but it's
seems.
not.
Okay.
Because some persons who are using, you know, the health as a means of keeping people healthy, they are excluding one very, very important component, and that is a connection with God.
Okay.
We actually had an experience about 3 years ago where a request was made, you know, some persons from abroad came in, and the local persons who wanted the training, they wanted nothing to do with trust in God. They said, we'll take you off that path. But with us going out in the community, no, that's a part of it, and we're coming with a holistic approach for the church and the community. So I wouldn't say that we're losing the edge. We just have to, you know, bump it up a bit.
Okay, that's important. And one of the concerns I've had as I listen to the radio from time to time, it is that there's this thing that Ministry of Health advertises, and they say, drink moderately or not at all. And I had a problem with it from my own background. Our background is a Bible-based, church-based, you know, foundation. And I'm thinking, no, the Ministry of Health should not be saying to folk, drink moderately or not at all.
No, they should not, because, you know, the purpose of the digestive system is to fuel the blood with nutrients. So if you are consuming anything that is harmful, you're actually harming yourself. So you don't want to do it in moderation.
Okay.
You don't want to do it at all because it's poisonous. You're actually poisoning yourself.
And when you do that, you're level, your perception and all of that is distorted, isn't it?
Definitely,
also?
definitely.
Yeah. So you wouldn't
cannot
know
think clearly.
what moderation would be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you
All
put
right.
a little arsenic in your juice or water?
No, definitely not.
No, we want to fuel ourselves with wholesome food.
Okay. As we come to an end, I just wanted to go back to what we started out with, this big, major emphasis that you have coming up.
Yes.
Talk about
Winning
it again
Your
for
Health
us.
campaign. The Winning Your Health campaign, which is scheduled for August 20th to September 3rd. That's going to be held at the Living Faith Seventh-day Adventist Church. That's the church just across from Solomon's.
Okay.
It's going to be exciting. We start Saturday evening of the 20th, and the 21st we're having a big screening.
Okay.
So we'd like everyone to come and check your numbers, so you would know how to deal with situations. We're going to check your glucose, your cholesterol, and also your pressure. You know, the pressure is a biggie.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at channel ZNS that shows the deaths,
Okay.
and I'm shocked to see certain people. But a lot of persons are having challenges with disease of the heart.
Okay.
And all of that stems from lifestyle choices.
Wow.
So know your numbers so you would know what to do in terms of preserving your overall health. We're going to do that on Sunday between the hours of 5 to 7. It's free of charge, and so we're inviting everyone to come at 6:30 nightly. The only night we would have off is Thursday night.
Okay.
So 6:30 nightly, we will have training sessions in different areas.
Excellent.
Cancer prevention. A lot of women are now coming up with fibroids. We're going to talk to them about how to prevent and also how to get rid of them naturally. We're going to talk about water and exercise and the whole nine. Yeah, it's all exciting stuff. And of course, from 7 to 8:30 would be our main presenters, Dr. Alec and Pastor Dudley Hossein, who's coming in from Jamaica. He's excited and ready to go. He's a man of prayer. And so we have been praying up in the last 2-3 months and getting ready to prepare for this campaign.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Is there a closing comment you just want to make as we come to the end of our program this time?
Just one thing I would like to say before the closing comment. We would like to invite persons to be health community workers for this crusade. Normally we have Bible workers. We want to have persons come to be health community workers, and we're having training on Tuesday, 6 p.m. at the South Bahamas Conference head office.
Okay.
So we're inviting everybody. We're going to train you.
Beautiful. I'm excited for you. I believe it's going to be a successful program.
Me too.
We thank God for your commitment, and we
Yes.
appreciate the work that you've been doing. And like the folks say, we just pray your strength in the Lord.
Thank you
and
so
we
much.
look forward to this grand gospel explosion with a health emphasis, which, as
Yes.
you've indicated, is the right arm of the gospel, right?
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much, Sister Nat, and God bless you and to your family also and your ministry.
Yes.
All right. Till next time, we're just saying that the wealth of the nation is still the health of the nation. You've been watching Voices, and Voices comes to you from your friends, the Adventists. Until next time, God bless you.